So, bit of a change of plans right here. So, these trees were deceptive. These limbs are just gargantuan. And Sondre is all by himself. He's all by himself. Dude, it's so much cleanup. So, the deal is we were gonna cut down all these, and we could easily cut down all these. It's just that the more wood you put on top of the brush, especially when you don't have like big machinery to move it, the worse the cleanup gets. So, he's starting to stress like, man, I've got to come back and clean all this. Another thing about this job, this is a job that the homeowners are really chill, and he can do it at his leisure. So if he gets everything down here, I mean, he obviously doesn't want to leave a big mess. It's gonna take him forever to clean this up. It's just gonna be better if he does it in stages because he's by himself. So those trees have an open drop zone. These trees, we definitely needed rigging. So because I'm here, we're just gonna finish these trees, and then he's gonna come back and do those trees by himself after I leave. We wanted to cut them all down because it'd be fun. It's fun to cut everything down, but it'll just make more sense from him, from a business perspective, to just do it in stages, because the cleanup is just gonna be a nightmare if we put those sticks on, if we brush those out. I mean, it'll literally be like 3 times as much brush, and there's already a lot on the ground, and then you talk about all the wood on top of the brush. It's just a nightmare for cleanup. So we're gonna finish these trees. He's gonna cut a few more branches just because he's having fun. And I have to catch a plane. I gotta get to the airport tonight, so let's get cracking. Yeah, I might swing towards you a little bit. Just all right. And now that I'm tied in, I'm clipping into this little one because it's just easier to flip line up the little one than the big one, even though I'm tied into that one. I'll do that a lot of times. I'll just climb the smaller tree. Sometimes I'll climb a smaller tree and just swing into a big one, just because it's easier. I'm gonna need to rig with your rope too when you're done with it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. This thing's so big. These are huge trees, dude. I know you're insecure about the size of your trees, but these are big.
Thanks. Take that as a compliment.
Ooh, it was close. So usually I'm a big proponent of cutting all the stubs, but I gotta rig this stuff, and I'm actually gonna leave some stubs just so I have some friction options. I almost never do it, but this is a weird predicament because we've got a rig and we can't get a very high point, and we don't have I'm just gonna leave the stub because I just feel like it might come in handy later. And it might not. It definitely could catch stuff. 99% of the time I just cut them flush. But if I ever leave a stub, it's because I might feel like I might use it later.
Yeah, I want to limb those as well, but it's just going to be, that's just unnecessary, right?
Yeah, I would just call that good, dude.
Dang it, we should have had a chipper and someone to clean up.
We would need like 3 guys chipping to keep up with us.
I don't even know if we could chip that.
At least 2, yeah, that thing is huge. We need at least 2 ground guys to keep up, even remotely.
You want my rope?
Sure, yeah. I'll just swing over and grab it.
Okay.
So it might be kind of heavy. I actually don't know if I can hold it. So you're gonna run this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the rope, grab the whole wad.
Wad?
Yeah, like grab all the rope in your arms.
Yeah.
And you're gonna walk around this tree.
The spruce that you're on?
Yeah, you're gonna grab the whole thing, grab the whole bundle, and walk around the tree from right to left.
Actually, I have 2 ropes there, crap.
Yeah, here, let's try to get mine separated. Confusing that they're the same.
Yeah, it is. There we go.
Yep, grab the whole thing and just walk around the tree that way.
This one?
Yep, walk around it, and then back to where you were standing a minute ago.
It's actually not that easy walking around it, but could do like that.
What we're doing is trying to create more friction. Okay, you know what? Bring it back around. We're gonna do it a different way, because I'm gonna come down and show you something. We're gonna try to make a makeshift quarter wrap. Let's see, what do we got here? What can we do?
See, this is the problem with that zigzag.
That's
Actually,
weird. How do you get it on there in the first place?
I removed it and then I glued it back on.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just
You remove them?
I don't know.
That's the bastard that almost killed me once.
Yeah.
Because the one in the other end went
I would
loose.
just cut it off and just have it be burnt at the end with some tape around it.
You do that? Yeah.
Yeah, like look at mine. I literally just put electrical tape around it and then just chop it with an axe and then burn it with a lighter.
Yeah, I remember that. It was on YouTube.
Yeah. We need a carabiner. Can you get me a carabiner? Like one from your saddle? We're gonna make a makeshift quarter wrap. I'm only gonna be able to show you this knot like once, you know, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in the tree, so.
This was so much more complicated than I had to do.
It's all right. That's tree work, dude. That's just how tree jobs go.
I thought it was
Don't
just
feel
to
bad.
climb them and just
Don't-
literally
yeah.
let go of everything.
Yeah, that's I always think that when I look at the tree from the bottom. I always think I'll just toss those branches when I get up there, but it's never as simple as you think.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't feel bad. That's just how tree work goes, dude. So I'm gonna tie something on, and either you can hold it with your hand, or if you need friction, you're gonna come up to this and you're going to tie a Munter's hitch.
Munter's hitch.
Munter's hitch, which is like one loop, and it kind of looks like this, and then you clip the carabiner around these two.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might have seen I've like I'll rappel out of a tree
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
sometimes. So
But then you did that.
this will also work to add friction so that you can control the piece when
Yeah.
it comes down. The downside to this is it might get really coily, and you might have to do one of these. If you ever see this, you might have to do these to like work the coils out. So if it gets really twisted, you just do that.
Yeah.
And you can work the coils out, because that is the problem with this. This is a really good way to get friction in a bind. It's better than wrapping the rope around the tree a bunch.
Yeah.
But it might get coiled up. So yeah, the Munter hitch, it's just like this, you know.
You make that look so easy, dude.
Yeah.
Ah, what?
So it's gonna be like that, and then it'll hold you, you know, and it's gonna be the exact same. So yeah, you're just gonna, all it is like one twist, you know, but you just bring it around a little more.
What?
So put your thumb down, go up, and now just make these two touch. Yep, exactly like that. And then you're gonna clip
Ah, okay.
the two. You see how there's two legs on one side and one leg on the other?
Yeah.
So you're clipping the two legs.
We'll try that again, okay?
Yeah.
Try on this one.
Okay. Yeah, loop. Yep. Then make them touch. There you go. That's all there is. And
All
then
there
just
is,
clip
okay.
the two,
Yeah.
not the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Just make a loop, and then these two touch each other.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to control really large limbs.
Yeah. Okay.
It's getting kind of awkward for me, like positioning wise and stuff. It's harder for me to have good friction stubs, especially like trying to rig this. Like I can't really run the rope myself when I'm over here, you know. So that's all there is to it. I'm gonna go up and cut that log out of this birch. So you feel good about the Munter hitch?
Yeah, I think so. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. It'll kind of work itself out once the weight is on it, you'll see.
That'll go like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, the rope might get super twisty, but that's just the way it is. Like you won't notice it for a few times, but after like the 5th or 6th time, you'll start noticing the rope will look really curly like a pigtail, you know?
What are we rigging though? Is it?
Well, first it's this birch limb, and then it's the birch top. And then it's the tops out of this smaller spruce,
Oh, okay.
and then it's some huge limbs out of the big spruce.
Yeah, okay.
So we're actually gonna be rigging for a little while.
No stress. You want me to take the canvas saver off you?
I might actually use it because you've got my block sling down here now in case I have to set a rigging point where there are no branches. I might have to use your cambium saver. We're using like every single piece of gear that we've got, you know? So go ahead and get the rope, pull the rope as tight as you can, and then tie the Munter hitch, you know? I mean, you're not gonna be able to get it like super tight. You just do your best, yeah.
Should I use gloves for this?
You might want to.
You have some here?
In my backpack, I think I have a pair, or I think it'll be all right. They're really far away. I think it'll be okay. Birch hangs on so good. There you go. Just lower it down. It's not going?
No.
See, it might be too much friction. That is the problem with the Munter hitch. It's actually a lot of friction. Walk up to it and then grab the rope up here. Hold the rope tight with your left hand. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just work it out. Yep.
Just thinking about where to place them again.
I think I might be able to hold the rope. Try letting go of the rope. Hey, go ahead and unclip it from the carabiner now. I've got it. This is actually lighter than I thought. Okay, I got it. So just walk it out wherever you want that log to be. Yeah. It's actually surprisingly light. You should just be able to hold this one without using the Munter hitch. All right, you ready? Oh god, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, just let it down a little bit. Beautiful.
Okay, I can run this one. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy, dude. Why don't you go ahead and tie that munter hitch, actually?
Yeah.
These limbs are so much heavier than I keep expecting. Okay, is it tied?
Yeah, it's not tight though.
Yeah, I gotta, it won't, I gotta finish cutting the branch.
Okay.
They're like shockingly heavy. All right, you able to lower it?
Barely moving. Hold it. Yeah.
All right, you gotta take it out of the carabiner to get it any lower. See, this is why it's nice to set a block and a porta wrap, because when it's a block and a porta wrap or just any sort of fixed rigging, GRCS or rigging rings, anything that's fixed, it's just the friction's a known variable every time. This sort of like natural crotch rigging that we're doing here, the friction changes constantly with whatever you put your rope around, so it's just not as smooth. I mean, you can get really smooth at it, but it's still not as consistent or smooth as just having a nice friction device. I mean, I don't care who you are, you're gonna be fighting friction, you know? So with this one, let's try this. Just keep it clipped in the carabiner like that. Just pull it tight.
Yeah.
And that'll give you a little extra friction than just holding it. So I think you can hold that. Okay, you ready? How does that feel?
Good.
Let me see if I can hold it. I don't know if I can. Yeah, see?
Yeah, you want just lay it down.
Yeah, here, hold on. I'm gonna let go of the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, and I can run the next few myself. So I wanna get this. If I do this, it's not that much friction, so I can just do a little loop-de-doo around the trunk like this. This will be significantly more friction. Easier for me. I don't mind rigging a few limbs here and there, but it's just so much more efficient to just set the rigging and have nice stuff if you've got it. I mean, if you're, sometimes you just work with what you got, you know? All right, headache. These spruce limbs are surprisingly heavy. All right, got a limb. Let me keep going down. I just need you to guide the branch down.
I think you can just let it down actually. Yeah, okay, hold it there. Yeah, okay, let it down, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Could I get like a few minutes to clean up a bit? It's getting really bad down there.
Okay. So he's busy right now, so I'll just work on the stuff I can do by myself while he's busy. I feel really bad for Sondre, you know, you can tell he's young, he really thought this was gonna go a lot faster, be a lot less brush. You can tell he's really, the guy's really stressed out, you can tell. It's a lot to clean up, especially by yourself, and yeah, you can just tell he's really stressed out about it. I feel kind of bad. Whew, those are heavy. Man, this tree just is never ending. So many branches. Yeah. Man, I miss my monkey beaver. Really feel a difference after a few hours. The monkey beaver's a lot better when you're in a tree a long time. Okay, we're gonna go down and just take a little break. Sondre's a little tuckered out, so I'm just gonna go down. Getting hard to work down here, huh?
Yeah, that's
so
the
much
thing.
brush.
That's why I kind of started cleaning it up.
Luckily, we don't need to rig too much more.
We're basically just at the topping now, aren't we?
Just about. There's probably an hour left up there. Like, is this hot for you?
Yeah, but I have like pants under here.
You have pants under your saw pants?
Yeah, because if not, I have like a lot of man dust.
Look at these things. Man dust? Oh, the man dust gets all the way down if you don't wear pants underneath?
Yeah, you'd see.
Dude, those things are so mangled.
Not to
Wow.
sound kind of wrong or something, but you should see inside my boxers when I'm finished work.
Yeah, I'm not falling for that again. Falling for that one too many times.
Worth a shot.
Ate some tacos. Apparently tacos are really popular in Norway. We've got energy. We're back at it. We're gonna finish these trees. Well, these ones.
You want me to tie it in, or?
I can run this one. Okay, so this one, do a munter's hitch. You're gonna have to run the rope and lay it down by yourself. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, I can do that, but I'm not prepared. 2 minutes. Just gotta straighten out the rope.
Okay. All right, go ahead and tie the munter's hitch. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Got her.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, the munter hitch is not ideal, but it does work.
Yeah, I mean, it works great. I've been wanting to get one of those blocks, but yeah.
Is your cambium saver down there? Go ahead and clip that on when you unclip that.
Are you holding it?
I might be able to hold it now.
Yeah, I think so. Unclipping it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got it now. So let me know what to do. Want it down?
Not yet. Yeah, easy. Extremely good.
Okay, go ahead and clip your cambium saver to the carabiner. We're gonna do a big one. So I'm reducing the friction up here so that he can have more control down there. Go ahead and put it in the munter hitch. Yeah, my monkey beaver harness really is more comfortable than this, honestly. This is better for traveling though. So yeah, I'd like to tip tie these, but the rope's too short. If I butt tie him, when I looked at it from the ground a minute ago, I was like, you know what, I think they will fit actually, as long as he doesn't let it run. And I feel better now that I got a lot of that weight out. They're not so tangled up anymore. I feel good about these branches. But it is a lot to ask from the ground guy, but that's what we're doing. Okay, ready?
I'm ready. Beautiful.
Like a glove.
I'm not wearing gloves. I'm a Viking. Why would I use that?
I said it fits like a glove.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and lower that down, Viking man. That barely fit.
Dude, you're awesome at this. Holy.
Nice job.
You too.
We wouldn't have been able to lay it down that nicely if we would have left all the limbs on. Perfect.
I'll let it fly.
Whew, these are warm. All right, another big one. Ready?
Wait, how big is it?
A little smaller than the last one.
Okay, I was looking at where your cambium saver were. I thought you were taking the one with the cambium saver.
No. It's a little smaller than the last one.
Oh, you're using the cabin saver as a redirect?
As a rigging block.
Yeah, okay, I see, I see.
I got it, it's hung up. I gotta get that out, hold on.
We're good.
Oh.
There we go.
All right, one more big long one like that, and then we might be done rigging after that.
Okay, bring it.
Can I get my big husky?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
No more rigging then?
Maybe a little more in a bit. I'm not sure. I don't think so though. I'm gonna send this back down for my climbing saw in a minute. I'm just gonna cut one of these tops out. That's hung up in the branches up there. I know it's hung up. If I keep cutting, it's gonna just sit down on my saw. Yeah, this tree's a lot up and down. Dick! Ugh.
Beautiful. That was great.
I would have gotten in a lot of trouble if I would have kept cutting. It would have been really bad.
Dude, how was that hinge?
It was good. I stopped cutting because I could tell it wasn't moving. It was hung up. If I would have kept cutting, it would have pinched my saw and I would have had to, it would have been bad. I either would have come down a funky way, like straight down or something, or probably what would have happened, I would have pinched my saw and I would have had to have like actually left my saw, probably tied it onto something and gone up and done what I did, but the saw would be in danger. But I was really happy with how that went.
You do the same to the other?
Yeah, I gotta cut more weight off the backside of that one. I'm gonna drop your rope. I think I'm done with it for a while. Those trees would be a lot of fun to brush out. Wide open drop zone. It's definitely the tricky one of the bunch. Okay, Dick. Kind of as big of branches as I like hanging on to. It hurts my shoulders this size and up. But I kind of want to be done with this tree, so. If you get the timing right, you can sort of just use the momentum of the branch. You don't really have to hold on to it. So I'll try to get it in one motion. I just gotta hold on to it just long enough, which is easier on the shoulders. It's just hard in the hands. You just hold it for just a couple seconds and let go. You saw how far that launched. And actually it wasn't really holding that branch at any point. It was kind of weightless actually. This one will cut and push up at the same time. Actually no, I'm gonna swing it that way. Oh dang it, see that sucked. Because I hit the trunk, I had to hold it. If I'd have let go, it would have hit the roof. See, it's fine when it's swinging. It's when it stops swinging, that's when you feel the weight. For years, probably for about 5 years, I just held on to these big branches all the time and thinking it was no big deal. My shoulders started really hurting a few years ago, so I stopped doing it and the pain mostly went away. It's really all about the timing, you know? This one, I'll lose my momentum if I cut it straight down. It's gonna hit those branches. So, you know, I want that momentum, so I'm actually gonna try to swing this my way a little bit by leaving this piece of wood last. It's actually probably not gonna work. It's gonna be awkward. I'm just gonna deal with the weight. Man, these spruce limbs are no joke. Noticeably heavier than fir limbs. See that limb? I didn't even feel it, really. I just had to grip it for a second. Getting skinny up here. Nick. Look. That was a lot heavier than I was expecting. Ow. So Sondre ordered a 36-inch, I think it's still a light bar, like 6 months ago. For whatever reason, he hasn't got it still. That's just how long it takes to get stuff out here. It's crazy. There's so much stuff he can't order. Like he really wants clogger pants too, but they just don't ship here. I think it's just because it's such a small country that, I don't know. It's only like 6 million people, I think, here. And so, see, this is a good tree, a good example of sometimes it's safe to take a big top, like that first one, and sometimes it's safe to take a tiny little top, like the last one. And this one will be kind of medium, you know? Just gonna go however big I think I can push it pretty easy. Right around here. This looks pretty good. I like it. Actually, it leans back a little bit. The closer I get to the trunk, the higher I stand, the more power I have. But I gotta be careful because cutting here is best in a way because it hits my chest and not my guts. But cutting here gives me more leverage too. So I'm gonna cut in the gut zone, but I'm gonna be careful. Headache. Probably good. Should fit right there now. Just gotta be careful of the power lines and then it should, but it should fit.
What's the plan, Jacob?
We're gonna fall it.
You're gonna fall it?
Yeah. Is it all right with you if I drop this birch stick while you're up there?
Yeah, sure.
I'll do that in a second.
Oh!
I would honestly just climb this back one because it's in the middle, right? You can get a high tie-in point. If you just focus on this one, you could get a high tie-in point and then you'd have nice positioning for all these limbs, you know?
Because that's kind of a bad tie-in point, right?
Yeah, you're on the awkward side, you know? I don't know, that's what I do. I would just climb the back one first. I wouldn't even probably deal with that one. And I'd probably try to be on the other side of the tree, honestly. Well, no, because you got a hinge. I don't know, I'd probably climb the other one. I'm gonna drop this birch.
You know what? I'm just going to drop it and I'm going to see what hinge I can make, drop it, and I'll come down because this just got really clumsy and weird. Right.
Yeah, that was good. It barely touched that guy wire. I think that was the worst one too. Wedges?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, look at me. Look how strong I am.
Look at that.
So strong.
Oh, yeah.
Learn this log in redwoods. Actually say that. Anton showed me this trick. So I'm carving this pretty big stump with a pretty short bar. It's just 20 inches. So he showed me this really cool trick to help make the face cut. We're gonna go over here. It's kind of a tight shot between the wires right here and this shed right here. I want it to land like right here. I really don't want to hit those wires, so I gotta cut it kind of close to this thing. So it's kind of cool. I just take the tape and just stick it into a piece of wood. I'm gonna come back over here. Hopefully it's long enough. This line is an exact angle of where I want to be aiming. So I can come over to the tree right here. I'm gonna eyeball about a third of the way in, probably right here. And this way I'm not guessing while I'm cutting, you know. 104, I'm gonna mark it here. I'm gonna find 104 again. It's right here. Because I measured it, it's basically like a perfect triangle into the wood. So I know when I make my cuts, if I can just line it up to this cut on either side, that's probably gonna be my most accurate shot, which is gonna be easier because it's a short bar and a big trunk. And I learned that from Anton because he cuts big redwoods all the time. So it's just a way to be a little more precise, you know, rather than aiming on the sights of the saw and kind of guessing the depth, this is a little more accurate. So now I just will cut until I hit that line and then I'll stop cutting and it'll be a little easier. And I'm sorry, Husky, I like your saw. I love your saw, it cuts really well. But I need a saw with dogs, so I gotta use this. I came in on my first cut, I cut a little too deep and actually made a little Dutchman with the tip of my bar. But it's right in the center and I actually do like where my corner, this is kind of an ugly face cut, but I actually do like where my corners are. So this Dutchman, I'm not actually that worried about it because it's in the very center. If it were on the corners, I'd be worried about it. I dove a little too deep.
I mean, it's normal to sometimes cut in the middle to get the hinge.
Actually, I might actually do that because this is a pretty big tree. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna cut the middle out. Because it's a pretty short bar, you know? Snipe is just so it doesn't like stay closed like that big Sitka spruce I fell recently. They're just closed and just stayed closed. You'll see me a lot. I'll be cutting and then trying to guess where my bar is. I'll just pull my bar out because when you look down the bar, that's more accurate, like where you are inside the tree, than trying to like look at your saw, you know, because the bar is actually slightly angled up. So I'll do that a lot and get down there a lot. Yeah, like right now, my brain would think my bar is about here, but when I pull it out, I see it's actually more like here. Didn't even need that rope. That was a good idea, cutting out the guts. Man, look how short that bar was. Dude, actually, I still had a tiny little post in there too. Yeah. Like if I wouldn't have cut the middle, this would have been more. That was a good call. Let's go see if what'd you call it? The coombe? Let's see if I smashed the coombe. Oh, I think I smashed the coombe.
Oh, we smashed the coombe. It's concrete though.
Oh no. What the heck is in there?
Is that bread?
Is that bread? What?
No, it's not bread.
I don't want to know what that is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Must not have hit it directly.
Probably just the vibrations that did that.
Well, no, I hit it directly. Wow, that was a heavy tree. Dang, I did hit that thing. But you know what? I didn't hit the power lines.
Yeah.
That's what I really didn't want to hit. So I'm happy if you're happy.
I'm happy.
Sondre, I really appreciate you having me out to Norway. It's been really quite the experience.
No problem.
It's my first international tree job, you know?
You get a diploma for that.
Yeah. And Husqvarna wanted, so Husky gave me these saws, and I asked if I could just give them to you when we were done, and they were more than happy to do that. So all the Husky stuff is yours.
That is awesome. Yeah. I appreciate that so bad.
You know, just trying to help with your new business, you know?
Thank you so much. That.
Yeah, it was, you know, don't have to thank me. I mean, you should thank.
Yeah.
They literally drove from Stockholm.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm saying thank you to Husqvarna for that. That will support me a lot. I've needed chainsaws. I've also wanted to buy the 540i for a long time, but I never really had the
Money?
money
Yeah.
for that.
No, they're awesome saw. You have like 4 batteries too.
Yeah.
The batteries are awesome. So no, they're a really cool company. And then so yeah, the saws are yours to help with your new business. And then also I have something else for you too.
I'm getting spoiled so bad.
I looked at your your horrible pants, and Clogger Pete just gave me these pants, and I messaged him and asked if I could give them to you since you can't buy cloggers in Norway, and they should be the same size. These are the Defender Pros. They're like top of the line. This is the only time I've worn them actually. The last 2 days. So yeah, Cloggers was happy to give you those too to help you out, you know.
Honestly, dude.
Yeah.
I'm getting so spoiled.
You got 3 chainsaws and I don't know how much the and I stepped in a cow pie. That's what I get. I give you all this stuff and I step in a cow pie. What is this? It
dude.
stinks.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that.
Man, what is this?
Oh, I'm speechless. I do not know what to say.
Yeah, and they say guilty of treason.
Yeah, that's what I saw. They say guilty of treason. I'm the first member of guilty of treason.
Yeah, it's just you and me in the pants.
You and me going solo. Yeah,
so,
dude.
Yeah, I'm happy to help you out. I got a lot of respect for what you're trying to do, trying to build the first real tree service like in these mountains, you know.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of respect for you, especially like saving up your money to fly me out. You know, I wasn't really expecting that, you know. I appreciate it, man. Oh, and then where can people find you?
People can find me in Norway. So I have Grimor Skogen Machine.
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen. Just forget it.
Skogen
Forget it. Forget it.
It goes right there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's it. Dude, the cow pie stinks, dude. Can't believe I stepped in that. All right.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Hey everybody, well, I'm back from Norway. Been back for a couple of days, so wrapping up this video, you know, final thoughts. Norway was interesting. It was interesting because all the trees, like the trees were smaller, but like if I go to the East Coast, the trees tend to be like shorter and wider, like shaped differently. In Norway, it was kind of bizarre. All the trees were shaped exactly like the trees where I live in Washington State, but just like somebody hit them with a shrink ray. They were just generally smaller. And I think that's why the shorter bars are so popular there. I mean, I was pretty shocked at how I saw bars at the store. Like I saw a 572 with a 13-inch bar is a common size. People put that on a 70C saw in Norway. It's pretty wild. You wouldn't find that here. I actually found Hexa chain when I was there and bought a couple loops of that I'm going to review. And it came in 16-inch 6.3 gauge loops. Super bizarre sizes, but they run the shorter bars. They like them. I try to be open-minded about this stuff, but man, I do not like the short bars. I'm like falling trees and I'm trying to limb them, and I'm just like hunched over like an old man trying to buck the limbs off, or I'm trying to like blaze a trail to that ash I did, you know, just cutting raspberries, and I'm just slouched over. It's so nice to have a 32-inch bar and to just be able to stand up and cut. What I didn't know is it's really hard to get stuff in Norway. You know, I was talking to Sondre about all this stuff. Like, he ordered a still 36-inch light bar 6 months ago, and he's been waiting for it. He couldn't get Clogger stuff. He couldn't get West Coast Saw stuff. And, you know, he's actually really limited out there on what they can get. It's basically whatever the Still store has or whatever the Husqvarna store has. So I wasn't expecting that over there. The stuff that they have available to them, a lot of it's the same, but a lot of it's totally different than what we have available to us. So, you know, a lot of thank you to Sondre for having me out. I got a lot of respect for that kid, you know. I mean, it's a new business. It felt really good to be able to like give him all that stuff from those companies, that free stuff that I got. You know, I didn't pay for it, obviously, but all the companies were really excited to give him that stuff to help him with his business, you know. And it was just really cool to be part of a project like that. I don't know if he'd even like me talking about this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. When I was talking to him, we were talking about like our childhood and stuff. His dad took off when he was, I think he was basically never in the picture, like just kind of took off, wasn't involved, and then he turns like 18 or 19. He starts this tree service out in this village, and the first review he gets on Facebook is from his dad. It's a 1-star review. His dad says it's a joke, it's not a real business, it's not like giving him a hard time about that. And I just thought, like, man, like my dad took off when I was a kid, but you think that's bad? Imagine he's gone and then he gives you your first review when you start a business, you know. He told me that and I was just like really shocked by that. Eventually he was able to get the review removed because he didn't even do a job for his dad. He didn't tell his dad about the business, and the kid's got a lot of stuff working against him. He's the only tree service, he's the only climber in his village. It's not a very populated area. He has a hard time getting gear. A lot of the stuff is more expensive. His chainsaw pants that were falling apart, those he paid like $500 for those. You know, a lot of the farmers want to do things themselves. It's really rural. Kid's got so much working against him, but he managed to get me out there, and you know, and just his dad giving me that review, I just couldn't believe it. So, but I'm gonna go on Facebook and give him a 5-star review, maybe if a couple of you guys could too, because the kid is trying his hardest. He's trying to educate himself. He doesn't even have rigging gear. It's so easy to take for granted, especially in the States, especially like you work at a tree service and you work with a lot of experienced people. You get knowledge off them. You've got all this gear available to you, and you go out to a village on the west side of Norway, and you realize like this would be a lot harder if he doesn't have any mentors, you know, around him to help show him things. So I just have a lot of respect for him. He's got this dream of building a tree service out there, and so just thank you to him. Thank you guys for watching this. This is probably pretty long-winded at this time, but what an incredible experience to be able to go to Norway. I'd love to go back to some more places. You know, I want to go all over the world. You know, it's just obviously it's hard managing the it's a hard project, but you know, I'm determined to do tree work everywhere. So thanks for watching this. Please like and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it, and thanks for everybody who made this project possible.